Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. We're going to take everything we've learned about the aggregate expenditure model, how to build it, the math behind it, and everything else, and kind of look at how it is Keynesians would believe, or the simple Keynesian model would be used in the real world. So, first of all, let's talk about this top chart right here. What this is reflecting is business cycles. Business cycles are known to exist. The economy grows faster, sometimes slower, sometimes hopefully on a long run trend of maybe 2 or 3%. But over time, at any individual time, we may be contracting or expanding, and the classicalists feel that, well, this is pretty much self-correcting. Leave it alone, it'll take care of itself. But what Keynes noticed was, look, sometimes you're heading in down a year. This is a big crash. So whether this is a recession, a long-term recession, the Great Depression, whatever you want, what Keynes would notice is that, hey, at sometimes the economy is not self-correcting, or perhaps it's just taking a really long time to correct. And one reason for that is up here. In the short run, wages and prices are fixed, or at least very, very sticky. And this makes some sense in today's world. We have union contracts, we have, changing wages frequently causes some issues for people. Prices on menus, it costs money to change the menus out, it costs money to go out and do things. Things that change prices a lot, it's pretty easy. Gas stations, now they've got it all electronic. They can type it up, prices can change during the day even. But for other places, it's hard to go out and change all your prices. So in the very short run, it's pretty reasonable to think wages and prices are fixed. And so here's the business cycle, and we're headed into this place here, a prolonged recession. We want to avoid it. So what can government do? Well, this is where the simple Keynesian model comes in. So we got the aggregate expenditures here. We're currently at a place called Y1, which should be somewhere in here. Okay, we're headed to here. So the level is at Y1 right here, shown by here. Here's aggregate expenditures, which this is equal to C plus I plus G. I haven't added net exports yet, we just have a closed economy. It would work essentially the same if I added net exports, because that's not one of the variables I'm going to change. So, what the Keynesians, or the simple Keynesian model, would say is, well, in this situation, what we clearly have is a lack of aggregate expenditure. We don't have enough spending going on. And think back to the circular flow model again. Let's get spending up, get incomes up, and we'll see if we can get this to turn around a bit quicker. So the goal is maybe to catch it around here and try to get it to swing back up rather than heading down into the crash. So what under Keynes' model, a couple of choices here. First one obviously is increase government spending. If you increase government spending, remember that was a line that went across here. We'll just shift this line up parallel, and we could shift it up to right about there. Call that AE star. And this comes down, matches up with Y star. We have now moved our economy back to this area. So that's how the simple Keynesian model would do it. Another approach, just so you know that it's not always just increases and decreases in government spending, you can get the same effect, although minor differences, with a decrease in taxes. Remember, the consumption function was what showed you how much you're going to spend based on your disposable income. Well, disposable income is your total income minus taxes. So the other way they could do this, so you could either increase government spending or decrease taxes. You do either one of these things, then there'll be a multiplier effect. We're going to go to the multiplier more in later chapters, but the main point is that a small shift here results in a relatively large shift in GDP. So what we've done with the simple Keynesian model now is, because wages and prices are fixed or very sticky in the short run, we're able to turn this around rather quickly and get things back into a more normal area and escape the recession we were concerned about. So when we get into the multiplier, I'll explain the differences, the minor differences between an increase in government spending versus a decrease in taxes. And then there'll be some other discussions. The classical economists favor this because of some incentives and some other things along those lines. But for the simple Keynesian model, these two work very similarly. Really, the key to the thing is going to be the rounds of spending. When government spends, it's a direct spending. When they cut taxes, people get more income, but they save a portion and then spend a portion. So the direct government spending is slightly more effective in the short run, but either approach will work, and Keynes would approve of either one. So thanks, hope you enjoyed it, hope it helps you make sense of this.